Key. This is going to be mini lesson 25. We are in the midst of the coronavirus shutdown. Can only express my best wishes to every one of you that are out there. And I'm sure most of you, it's the nature of being a cop. You're probably more worried about your family than you are about yourself. Tough times. And, we wish you the best. God bless you all, man. No reason not to look. I mean, listen, if you can, if you want. If not, save the video, watch it at another time when you're more prone to. But we felt it was necessary to continue on. We let a week go by last week. We're going to do a lesson, all right? And if you have time to pay attention, pay close attention. This is a tough one. An Interim just came out. We were going in order, right? I did juveniles, good kids. I was going to do juveniles, abused kids. That's next week. Right now, I'm going to interrupt the flow and go back to 209-36, summonses, electronic ESTS. So, electronic tracking of summonses. The reason is an Interim just came out, made what appeared to be a minor change, but upon further notice, it was a very complicated change. Mainly because they made a mistake. I believe they made a mistake, but that's fine. On a date exam, sometimes they hop on these mistakes. Here's how it works. You're going to want to look at the patrol guide. I'm going to teach a class right now. All right? It's only going to be about 5 minutes, but I'm going to teach a class. Get out the patrol guide and look at it with the lesson. All right? 209-36 is 11 pages. 209-06, we'll touch on it again, that's another 5. So we're looking at like 15, 16 pages here. The key lesson's 5 pages. Okay? 5 pages. And I'm only going to cover 4 of them right now. Here's the main thing. The desk officer is told to take the summonses and scan them with this barcode reader 5 different times throughout the procedure. When you first give the summons out, when the summons is served and it's returned, when it's, 5 different times. First platoon desk has got to batch them up. 5 different times, it's desk officer, scan the summonses. The step is exact same all 5 times. There's no reason to study 5 separate times, right? There wasn't until now. This is what happened. There's a sub-step. It says if the barcode reader is inoperable, do 3 things. Put the summonses in manually, call the borough, notify them, and put a notification to the borough in the telephone record. So do it manually, call the borough, telephone record. They repeat those steps 5 times throughout the entire procedure. No reason to study it that way. See, here's the key method. This is how we study the patrol guide. Look at 209-36 as I speak to you now. Get that open up there on the screen. And let's do this together, okay? I number the steps in the lesson plan. I'll read them off to you in a second, but 5 different times. And every time it said notify, it said do it manually, notify, and here's what it said exactly. Either the transit borough or the patrol borough. And put that notification in the telephone record. And in our lesson plan, we had a little star that said, what about housing? They forgot to put housing in there. Maybe someone down in N.Y.P.D noticed that in our lesson, I don't know. And this one just came out to make one slight change to this procedure, 209-36. And in one of those 5 steps, it says, if the barcode's inoperable, do it manually, notify the appropriate borough, either transit, housing, or patrol borough. So they finally fixed it. Here's the problem. They fixed it in 1 step. The other 4 steps, it still says only transit and patrol. Okay, I'm getting crazy, right? Can you tell I live and die by this crap? I'm nuts. Listen, there's a graph in today's lesson, plots it out, step 9, step 21, step 16. Here are the steps where it says desk officer, scan summonses. And the reason why he's scanning them. Is it the initial distribution? Is it the return after service? Is it because it's been corrected, etc.? And then in the 3rd column it says, which borough do you notify? Transit and patrol, transit patrol, and housing that one time, boxed it, complete, it's done, okay? That's the first thing I want to point your attention to. You read through the lesson plan and you'll understand all of this. The other thing is this, if the desk says to a cop, wait, I gave you summonses or you were issued summonses a month ago, where are they? If the cop can't answer, they're considered missing, desk notify IAB. Or desk notify IAB and the ICO. Well, which is it? Initial distribution. Cop walks in, boss, I need new summonses. All right, hold on. Check ESTS. Dude, I gave you a book last week. You only turned in 20 of them. Where's the other 5? At that interaction, if the cop can't produce them, notify IAB, get a log number, stop. If a cop gets transferred or ceases service with the department, and at that interaction cannot produce those unserved summonses, desk call IAB, get a log number, and notify the ICO. Again, you see this, when you read 20936, it's 11 pages long. You say, oh, okay, notify AB. Like 20 minutes later, you're going to be reading the one that says notify AB and the ICO. Data test, here they come. Do you see how this works? You look at this lesson plan, box, again, bottom of the page. Here's a condition, here's a notification. Similar condition, different notification, okay? That's how we break it down. Last thing I'm going to say about it is this. If a summons is improperly prepared, there's some basic things you got to do. Either void it if it's the wrong return date, send it back for corrections through the training sergeant or through the operations coordinator, depending on the nature of the mistake. So here's how it works. Steps 24 through 27 in 20936 speak to an improperly prepared summons. Desk, you got the summons, you look, you say, wait a minute, there's an issue with this. You've got three choices: void it, send it back to the guy, blah, blah, blah. 20906 is where that first occurs in this 209 chapter. So the steps in 20906 are identical word for word to the steps 24 through 27 in 20936. Don't study them here. Study them there, okay? Today's lesson is 5 pages. I give you 20936 because that's where the new interim order went. And in the last page, I pull in 20906 for your reference. Because in 20936, when it gets to the point where it says desk officer, correct these incorrect summonses, I stop and I refer you back to page 3 of the lesson where 20906 covered that. So that's the last page of today's mini lesson, okay? So when you get to, last thing about this, incorrectly prepared summonses, it could be the training sergeant, could be the operations coordinator that will make the corrections, all right? It depends on the nature of the mistake. And okay, that's about it. It's a 5-page lesson. 15 pages in the patrol guide, as always. Read the patrol guide first. I'm over 5 minutes by a bunch, but it's an important lesson today. And again, God bless every one of you and your families during this coronavirus thing. All right, listen, I'll see you next week for abused kids.